All right, so that's in China, making the most of that. Of course, beyond the celebration and the cutting of the button of the ribbons is the impact on non-oil exports. As we know that China is a major trading partner of Nigeria, but I mean, we need to do it the other way and get Nigerian products out there. But that's a conversation for another day. Now, in recent times, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, that's NIMASA, has been commended for its role in the Gulf of Guinea, which has led to the reduction of pirate activities in the region. Also, the Director General of NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, has been very active these days, and he said that Nigeria's vast, underutilized blue economy offers huge opportunities for growth and development and overcome its present economic challenges. Well, thank God we have him joining us this morning to share more on this and a whole lot more. Dr. Bashir Jamo, good morning. Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Good morning, Annie. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're looking bright today.
Thank you so much. Maybe it's a holiday, so I mean, I can't be at home, but I'm in a holiday mood.
Oh, that's great. So it's always good to have holiday.
Yes.
That's great.
All right, so NIMASA has been commended for its contribution to curbing piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. What can we attribute this to, and what's the long-term plan to ensure that it's sustained?
Well, the attribution to this is very simple. We have synergy now. In those days, we used to have, you know, a kind of friction. The major players in terms of enhancing this maritime security is Nigerian Navy. We deals with non-kinetic operations, while they did with the kinetic operations. They are the one at the field. They are the one to ensure they respond to any attack. They are the one to ensure that they clean up all the necessary mess that these younger Nigerians that are making. So today, what we are seeing, you know, we have a kind of synergy. In the United States of America, when they are going to attack 9/11, most of the security agencies, they are aware that there's going to be an attack in American soil. But the information and the intelligence reports, each FBI, CIA, they kept the information to their chest. And before you know, these people attack the American soil. So what we did is to ensure that we have cooperation, coordination, collaboration, communications among the players. And not only Nigeria, but also the entire world in terms of maritime security. Because if you look at maritime, it's an international business. American ships get to Nigeria, Europe, and every other thing. So what we did, in addition to these collaborations among the players in Nigeria, we have shared Gulf of Guinea also. That we have a European Union, we have Britain, we have France, we have Denmark, all in the Gulf of Guinea to ensure they help and assist in achieving this. That's why we have this long, over 1.5 years now, 30 years record of maritime security. So thank God to these collaborative efforts, and thank God to Nigerian Navy, which they are working hard. Now, on the issue of sustainability, the sustainability of this, if you can recollect, in June 2020, Mr. President, you know, commissioned the Deep Blue Project. And after commissioning the Deep Blue Project, that is part of our own assistance in terms of our own mandate of maintaining maritime security. And the players, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Air Force, they are dealing with all the platforms we have. For the air, we have Nigerian Air Force. For the water, we have Nigerian Navy. For the land, we have Nigerian Army, so we coordinated. So we have a sustainability plan. As you are aware, in this country, the major problem is not acquiring the asset, but maintaining the asset. So every year, we prepare a budget for sustainability plan, and we present it to the National Assembly to make sure that we maintain the men and women that are managing those and operating those platforms. Two, we make sure that we maintain and manage the platforms So the sustainability plan is there on ground to make sure that that thing work in accordance with the manufacturer's standard. And then secondly, we continue to collaborate. You always see me with the Nigerian Navy, sometimes with the Nigerian Army. We adjust our own plan and we deal with them. And in my agency, we have a division that we call Maritime Guard Command. So sometimes we don't have to go through the rigorous protocol or bureaucracy to meet the Chief of Naval Staff. So we have a detachment of Nigerian Navy within the agency. So that also helped greatly. Now, finally, you know, the issue of maritime insecurity does not lie only in fighting those criminals, but also looking at the immediate and remote causes of this. We have poverty, we have a job employment, lack of employment. We have young Nigerians that they are not going to school, they don't have the time to go to school, or they don't have the resources to go to school. So what we do, we introduce a number of issues. In addition to the bomb, guns, rackets, so we are now putting a kind of palliative, we call it carrot and stick. If we have the Nigerian Navy or we have the laws that the federal government introduced, FOMO Act, Suppression of Piracy and Other Maritime-Related Offences Act, if you arrest you, we send you to jail. If in the course of fighting and you get killed, then you know that. But so we now introduce carrot. For those who are willing to go to school, we have what we call National Seafarers Development Program. In the last 2-3 years, every year we send about 400 to 450 to schools abroad. Copying Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, where we are going to export our own younger generations to go and work in the various maritime administrations and ships all over the world.
So Dr. Jamo, very interesting, but one thing that comes to my mind, and I'm glad you talked about sustainability. We're on the verge of changing administration. And sometimes, we hear of these good things that happened, and then in a couple of months or years down the line, we say, oh, when it was this administration, we used to have this. So talking about sustainability in that area, to ensure that even with the change of administration or change of leadership in NIMASA or whatever, that this continues in spite of the person who holds an office.
Yeah, we are building institutions, and you should know that the administration of General Buhari is APC administration, and the administration of Bola Tinubu also is an APC administration. So whatever we are going to do, we have to lay a foundation. Foundations has been laid. It's very difficult for someone to change it. So, and I believe if we didn't improve on what we put in place, we will not go back from what we have in place. So that one you don't have any fear about. Okay. I'm 100% sure that the incoming government will do more.
Will retain.
Will continue to sustain.
Do more. Yes. Okay. So you talked about underutilized potentials in the blue economy.
Yes.
What areas specifically would you say are underutilized?
Oh, and there are so many areas. You take, for example, fishing industry. If you take fishery alone, the value chain that creates the fishing industry is enough for Nigeria. The blue economy, provides 350 million jobs worldwide. So it's left for every country to stimulate what they can maximize from the 350 million jobs, only the blue economy alone. So if you take fishery, you take wind energy. Now we are having problem with energy. If you take wind energy, also that one is underutilized. Take even short ferry services. When you travel to Dubai, you go, you see they collect your dollars, they put you in a small caravan or a small ship. You have your lunch. Less than 30 minutes, you collected your dollars and go. But here you go to our own coastal line, you will not see that one is also underutilized. You see packaging. You look at the oil bunkering. We have over 110,000 ships coming into Nigeria and going out of Nigerian waters per annum. You ask yourself, if I have car and I go to the filling station, I buy fuel, Now these ships were over 110,000 that comes to Nigeria and go out of Nigeria. Where do they bunker? When you say oil bunkering, common Nigerian will tell you that that's their... No, that is legal bunkering. How do you... to bunker, to foil those ships, it's another business. It's another economy on itself. Today, less than 10% of Nigerians, they have the capacity to provide oil bunkers for 110,000 ships that are coming to Nigeria. So if you look at that and say you are going to develop it, it's okay. Ship repairs. Where do we repair our ships? The ship repair industry, they continue to go down. So what we are saying, we have to structure, we have to strategize, we have to give a timeline to see how we can build all these industries. Now, apart from that, like insurance now, all the cargoes that are coming to Nigeria, you must insure it. What is the percentage of Nigerian insurance companies that are getting from this kind of goods? Take the issue of packaging. We package a lot of things. So do we do packages here? Most of our export things that we export are less, attractive because of packaging.
So what's wrong? What's stopping the price? Because there are so many business people who are looking for, we have to make money from. Is it the law? Is it bureaucracy? Or is it the capital, to enter into this market? Is it too high?
All those are factors. But the major factor is sea blindness. We are sea blindness. We don't know, we don't see what is among around our seas and ocean. Not only seas and oceans. If you look at our coastal line, you think of the states, the neutral states we have. But the definition of the Supreme Court, we have 8 neutral states in the country. That is those who are attached to our own seas and oceans water that are connected. Now you have 8. We have 28 states that are linked with our inland waterways. 28 states. 28 plus 8 make it 36. That goes to show you the entire Nigeria, they are linked with water. So whatever happen in our seas and ocean, it also happen in our inland waterways. The things that survive in the oceans and seas, it can also survive in the inland waterways because water is water. You understand? So, and these 28 states that are linked with the inland waterways, it also transcends to 5 African countries. You can link Nigeria to 5 African countries. So, what are there? What do we gain and benefit is the issue. That's what we call sea blindness. We don't know all those things. That's why now we are now going ahead to educate Nigerians to understand. Look, this blue called water. In those days we said no blue, no green. No water, no agriculture. But now, what we are trying to say, there is blindness in this. We have economy called blue. So let us harness and maximize the utilization of our blue. So
NIMASA should open the eyes of Nigerians.
No, the Nigerians, they are now coming to realize that. And we are not only opening the eyes of Nigeria. And then it's very difficult to build your own country with your own resources. Look at Dubai. They built Dubai with foreign direct investment. So what we are after now, after getting, usually the blue economy, we are going to look at it in a 4 dimension. National, regional, continental, and international. So by the time we are going to any stage, we have to educate, we sensitize, we do seminars and do other things to educate people so that people can now choose the comparative advantage area that they are going to corner and get what.
All right,
I hope you will be one of those.
I hope so too.
Okay,
well, I mean, we're supposed to let you go now, but I can't help but ask this. In November, Oil Marketers Association did talk about asking NIMASA to implement receiving charges in naira and not in dollar. Has that been effective?
No, we don't have any business with oil marketers. Our acts provide that we should collect 3% levy from freight and, not international marketers or local marketers. Freight and those international marketers have ships. The person that earns freight is the ship owner. So we are dealing with the ship owner. And the international currency that we deal with in the maritime is dollar. So if you own a ship, you are the one to pay us, not the international marketers, not the local marketers that they are coming to struggle. I think they should go and look at the act. So if we earn our revenue in dollar, in naira, for instance, the Cabotage Act provides we should earn 2% from the cabotage trade. Those who get their own income in naira, we charge them 2% in naira. If you are a ship owner, you earn your own revenue in dollar. You pay us in dollar. What is the issue? There's no issue. We don't have any issue with the...
All right. All right, Dr. Bashir Jabo, the Director General of Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety, thank you so much
for
your time and enjoy the rest of the holiday.
Thank you very much.